Hey everybody, Jill from Two Dogs Media here to talk about QUUU. So QUUU is a software, it's kind of got two sides to it. One is their standard QUUU platform, which is where you can go as a user, log in, create an account, pick a category, and get content ideas sent to you that you can share on social media. So say I'm a business, I do something with motorcycles, I have social media, but I don't have a lot of content for it. I might come to QUUU, choose motorcycles as my category, and then QUUU will send me ideas that I can share on my social media just to keep my users engaged and active and happy. On the other side is QUUU Promote, which is where, as me being a content creator, say I'm a motorcycle blogger who's got a ton of content I need promoted, I can go to QUUU Promote, submit my blog posts, and QUUU Promote will then either accept or reject them, and then supply that blog post, if it's approved, to that motorcycle business who may then share it on their social media. So there's two sides. I only tested out the QUUU Promote. I got it as a deal on AppSumo. I thought it was a really interesting concept, so I wanted to test it out. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. You can read the full post to get my full review and some analytics data and things like that. But what I'm going to do today is show you what QUUU Promote looks like, how it works. So let's get started. So this is the QUUU Promote dashboard when a feed is active. So in this case, I did give them my feed, so it pulls in all of my content automatically. So I don't have to do everything manually, it pulls it all in. I have several sites in here, so I can't show you the default homepage. The three sites I tested with were my Two Dogs Design. I tested with an affiliate website, and I also used just a typical blog. I own the affiliate website and the blog, so I obviously don't want to show those to the world, but I do talk about those a little bit in the post with just some of the analytical data. So as you can see, it's showing me all the posts that I have available from my blog that I can share on QUUU. I can also use this button to actually manually add a URL as well. So if I wanted to add this one, I could just put that in here. Oops, sorry, I chose the wrong URL. It didn't copy, so let's try this again. Control C. Okay, add new post. I'm gonna do that. And then you can see it pulled it right in for me. I just click next. You're gonna pick your category, and for this one I'm gonna do WordPress because it is a WordPress specific post. And then this is the board where all the magic happens. Okay, and you can see it gives you a couple of tips up here, okay, to try and get you to be a little better at your writing. Click for Best Practices is a great resource. I would highly recommend reading that first, so you can actually make sure you get your post approved. This is a manual process, guys. When they do the approvals, somebody's actually reading them. So I'm going to talk about that again in a minute. Let me just finish up here. So variation 1, okay, you can do up to 3 variations, and if you wanted to do more, you can click Add New Variation. I only tested with 1 variation. By adding a second or a third, you're opening up more doors. The second or third variation, you can change out images, you can change the text, so you might be appealing to a larger market within your category. Some people may not like the way I worded it on this specific variation. On variation 2, you might want to add statistics or something really catchy. So that's kind of a cool thing too, is that you can add different variations. And I'll show you that in a second what it looks like. So for Twitter, I might want to change the wording. So you can easily just write over the text that's here. So I'll do learn how to make those security headers all A's. Let's do all A's in, and I could tag other organizations as well. So Web Page Test can actually see this when I post it. They'll be tagged in it with this easy guide. Okay. Facebook, you can change it for Facebook and you can change it for LinkedIn. So you have a few different options. I'm not going to change them all, and I'm not even sure that @webpagetest is their real Twitter. I just threw it in there for now. I can click next. And then see what happens. So if you're not changing it and you're not modifying it to be unique, they're going to yell at you. So you want to go back. And we'll do one more here. Sorry for the quiet. Keep your site safe. Okay, so now when I click next, okay, I have one promotion, I only have one credit left. The current wait time is 0.8 days. You can pay extra to have it jumped through. I've never waited more than a day, so I wouldn't even do that. So that's all there is to this. Okay, I'm not going to submit and pay because I want to show you something else. So now this should be in my drafts, although it says 0. I know it's in there because I just made a draft. So now I have this draft in here. I can either do this or I can delete it. I'm just going to delete it. Okay. Now that was added manually. I can still do it from here. It's the same thing. I can click this. I'm going to do the same thing, WordPress. Okay, same page comes up. So I have all the exact same stuff here. This time I'm going to do add new variation. Okay. So I am going to go through and do all of these and change them all out. I'm not going to do it right now, but I would change all of these so each one had a different variation. Okay. Then what happens is it goes into, I'm going to redo this but without a variation. Okay. So let's do this one more time. WordPress security headers. WordPress security. Let's do WordPress security. And we'll do WordPress as well. So you can tag people, you can hashtag, so there's a lot of different things you can do. Okay. The simple guide to improving your site security with your security headers. And WordPress security header. Let's do for this one. And again, for all of these guys, you can tag, you can connect with people. I need to change this. WordPress always has a big P. Okay, so now I did all this. I'm not going to worry about any variations. I'm going to click next. Current wait time still 8 days, so I'm back to where I was before. I'm going to submit and pay. So I'm going to use my done. Your promotion will be reviewed by QUUU Content Manager in the next few days to ensure it complies with our guidelines. You'll be contacted based on the outcome. Once they review it, they will reach out to you via email, either with a rejection letter or a approval letter. If you are rejected, they will tell you why. So now you can see I have one in review. Okay, and you can skip the wait and pay money. I never do. It's usually done within a day or two. I can wait. Okay. I had 3 that expired, so these are posts that I had done a while back. They've expired. I can actually re-promote it just as it is if I want to, or you can delete it. You can see the clicks and the shares. These 2 were actually rejected. I can't remember why this one was. These are from a while ago. I don't remember why this one was, but this was rejected because it was too promotional. QUUU does not want you putting up promotional, bias, one-sided type articles. QUUU is meant to be informational, educational, or entertaining. So really think about that when you're deciding whether or not it's a good option for you. You will get rejected. I actually had one from one of my blog site that was rejected, and it was just a fun post. So it was just meant to be funny and fun and lighthearted, but they said I didn't have enough images. So I just took it down. I didn't bother even redoing it because I didn't want to add more images to it. So they really do look at them and give you an idea of why it's being rejected, which I kind of, as a content creator, it's a little frustrating. But from the user side, on the end user, you want them to be able to put out the best content possible. So you really need to think about this when you're writing your content. So now we go back to active. Okay, so these are my ones that are currently active, and you can see I have some shares and some clicks, some shares, some clicks. Okay, now with this said, I'm going to preface that I have not found the clicks to be accurate in here. I believe this one said 252 clicks. I have the details in the post, and I am guessing that some clicks may very well come under that the source where it tells you that it's undefined, like or direct. Direct source could be maybe a buffer or some kind of social sharing, because the user who's sharing your content, they can use a variety of tools. They can be using Buffer, they can be using Hootsuite or any other sharing tool to schedule these out. So that direct source may be some of these, but even at 252 clicks, this post never had that many social or direct share clicks. So again, I did put some numbers in the post so you can validate. There's also a link to somebody else who actually did a little research on the number of shares. I can't speak for the accuracy of those. So I just wanted to make that clear that I'm not necessarily confident that the accuracy is here with the clicks. So that's a choice you'll have to make. And up here, you've got your standard information, privacy policy, terms, conditions, and all that. They do have the promotion guidelines feature, which should help you get started. And that's it for QUUU Promote. Any questions, let me know. And thanks for joining me. Have a great day.